Okay, welcome to my class of biology. Today we are looking at monohybrid cross. Okay, so I'm sure the moment you heard about that subtopic, you are able to relate that we are still looking at genetics. So genetics is our topic. You know, this topic is blood. So you need to be patient enough for you to actually fully understand the whole topic. Okay, so quickly, let me run you through the points that I've actually highlighted under monohybrid cross. A monohybrid cross is a cross between homozygous parents with different alleles for a single gene. Okay, so this is a cross occurs between monozygous parents. Okay, so you know what it means when we say monozygous, because remember when I just introduced this topic, I did mention that for you to understand it well, you need first of all to understand the biological terms, of which we did. Okay, so now we go to the next point. A monohybrid cross can be shown by a pedigree, that is a diagram, pedigree diagram. The other name for pedigree diagram is genetic diagram. Okay, so that cross can be shown by pedigree diagram or genetic diagram. Then the other point, the dominant allele is denoted by an uppercase letter. So when we say uppercase, we simply talk about the block letters or capital letters. So here we are saying dominant allele or dominant gene is represented by capital letters. Okay. Whilst the recessive gene is represented by small letters or lowercase letters. The other point, the first generation is called the P generation. So first generation is called P generation. The second generation is called F1. Okay. Then the third generation F2, so on and so on, just like that. Okay, that's how the generations have been blended. Okay, so we can go to another point. Monohybrid cross can also be shown by Punnett square or Punnett square. Okay, remember pronunciation depends on where you come from. What really matters is the spelling. Okay, so that is Punnett square. So meaning a monohybrid cross can also be mentioned or shown by Punnett square. Apart from pedigree or genetic diagram, you can also use Punnett square. Then we go now to the real example where we are going to see this monohybrid cross that we are talking about. So the figures below show the pedigree and Punnett square showing the cross between homozygous toe. Okay, so when we say homozygous, that is purely toe, TT, capital letters. Okay, so as we said, homozygous is represented by capital letters, whilst the recessive allele is represented by capital letters. Dominant allele, then recessive allele is represented by small letters. So dominant allele is represented by capital letters, then small letters, that is recessive allele. So the capital letter you are saying is dominant allele, which is pig plant, and homozygous short, TT, pig plant. So the reason why we are saying these two parents, they are homozygous, because when you look at this one, we have the dominant, TT. Then the other one, we have the recessive, again, TT. So we call that homozygous. Okay. Then let us start with the pedigree. So we are going to see the parental phenotype, the physical appearance. That is tall. Then this side we have short. There is a tall 3 here, homozygous. Then short 3, homozygous. So when you say homozygous, that is pure tall, pure short. Okay, there is no recessive. There is no any other allele or gene that is hidden there. Okay, then let's now, these are parents we are talking about. So first generation, which is P generation, we have parent genotype. So parent genotype has to appear there now, where you are going to write now the dominant gene for the first parent, then the other one, the recessive allele or genes. Okay, that is now genotype, parent genotype, first generation. Then from there now, here comes with now the gametes. Okay, so we have gametes where now we are going to separate. You have to leave a gap there. You need to follow this as you are drawing the genetic diagram, okay, or pedigree. Then this side also you do the same. You are going to separate. So those now have become what? Gametes. Have become gametes. Okay, now it is from gametes there where you are now going to do what? To start crossing. So you start with the first one. You come here. Then you go to the short. You have crossed. Okay. So what you are making here is T, which is this one, capital letter. Then this side we have small letter T. Okay, you have seen? So now this is offspring genotype. Offspring genotype. But remember, this is heterozygous now, because here we have dominant and recessive. Now remember, what is actually appearing when you talk of phenotype? It's tall. Okay, short will not be seen. Okay, then we use the same one. This same, the first letter there. Again, you cross to the second one. Then you are going to come up with the same, because T, the capital letter, here, small letter. Okay. Then after you are done with the crossing the first letter there, then you come to the second one. Again, you cross to this one and the other one. Okay. So when you start with this one, you need to cross with the short there, another one, just like that. Then you come to this one, use the same. And after that, after crossing, you are going to see that you are just having T, capital letter T, small letter T, capital letter T, small letter T. Okay, which is tall. So now when you talk of offspring phenotype now, that is tall throughout. Okay. So this is what usually happens even to a human being when a man, a parent from male part who is homozygous tall, and that same parent marry a woman who is homozygous short. So what will happen is all the children will be tall with what? The recessive gene of shortness there hidden. Okay. So this is the results. So now we have seen how to represent monohybrid cross using pedigree or genetic diagram. Then we can come to Punnett square. So how can we use it? Remember, we have two shorts there, then two talls. Okay, so this box will contain this one, and this one. Okay, then the other box again, we have this one. Remember, this side we have T. Then this box again, 2. This one, 2. Okay, so this is Punnett what is square. So you're able to tell that, okay, the offspring that you are going to come up with, they are throughout tall. Okay, which is Punnett what? Which is the Punnett square. This is the Punnett square. So that one can either be represented on the genetic diagram or the Punnett square, like the way I've explained. Okay, so now let us look at the results. First of all, before I come to results, look at this one. This is now second generation. So we are going to have second generation. Okay, which is throughout. Then results, offspring genotype or TT. Then offspring phenotype or TO. I've seen. Those are the results that you have come up with. Okay, so what has remained, as you can see, I've put the conclusion there, which we are going to look at in the next lesson. Thank you so very much for paying attention and understand my explanation. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my Facebook page, share and comment for more exclusive videos. Bye for now.